Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Cyberspeak Labs. If you're joining me live, hi. This is my first live ever stream on this YouTube channel, so I'm very, very excited. And I'm also going to start with a huge apology with whatever Google ads are happening. I'm just going to casually adjust my picture over these ads because some of them have definitely been NSFW and PG-13. So we're just going to, yeah, the one that popped up that you definitely can't see was one of the ones I was talking about. So this is not that type of platform. We're a family friendly, fun, educational platform here. So with that being said, I'm going to be doing the password game. If you were not familiar with the password game, this is essentially Rage Bait 101 next to Mario Kart or Mario Party. And with someone who has been in the cyber field for some years now, this game absolutely irritates me. Absolutely irritates me. And I will say I have not gotten far with this game, and this game really focuses on like the different levels and complexities with passwords. And one of the things I am very passionate about, especially in the cyber field, is usability and security, especially if you're trying to sell security to a business. It gets a little iffy, especially when we talk about passwords, because we don't want passwords to be too easy where it becomes vulnerable for threat actors to easily guess, etc. And then we don't want passwords to be too complex where we start shying away users from security principles and they go towards methods such as writing the passwords down in a notebook or potentially saving them to a Word document, or, like the list goes on and on and on. And some people ask about different types of ways that they can use passwords in a safe way, in a secure way, without trying to write them down or make them too complex. And some of the things I do suggest are password managers. A really good one I like to use is actually the built-in password manager on the iPhone. They do a really good job with complexity, and Apple has their own encryption schema, so it's unique to Apple in itself. Plus, you get to you have the Face ID enabled in it, and it makes everything just super, super more usable. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first level, and it is choose your password. So I'm gonna start with my password being password. And that's the thing with these different levels, they increasingly get more and more difficult. So the first rule that we discovered here is that the password must be at least 5 characters. So I think we can do that. And fun fact, since 2011, Google did a study about password security, and this is me nerding out a little bit about passwords. The top 10 used passwords since 2011, all the way up until 2024, is first and last name, favorite celebrity. Common ones used were Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian. Google did not do that piece of study as some other third party did. And then your favorite sports team. So I live in the Kansas City area. Kansas City Chiefs or KC Chiefs go Taylor Swift, right? Are the common probably forms of passwords in my local regional area. And then also any significant dates such as birthdays, anniversaries, maybe a death as well. And of course, first and last names of your dog, your spouse, someone that you're potentially dating, a relative. So it's pretty interesting where passwords came from in 2011 to essentially what passwords are in current day. So, okay, I passed rule one. Your password must be at least 5 characters. Rule two, your password must have a number. Super secure. Okay, your password must include a uppercase letter. So we're just gonna go ahead and update our password from password one lowercase to password with a capital P. Your password must include a special character. So we'll do the famous exclamation point. I feel like everyone does an exclamation point or a period as a special character. The digits in your password must add up to 25. Oh my gosh, my elementary math is coming out. So I guess one, and then, well, is it going to count 24? Ew, my. So we'll do increments by 5 just to make my life easier. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then we'll get rid of the 2. Yay! Yay! No, more ads. I really need to get an ad blocker, especially with Google hosted ads. And I like me personally, I'm a little weary about getting ad blockers just because of the data usage in ads. If you ever read the privacy policies of ads, the amount of data they sell with your browsing history to other websites is insane. It's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. And maybe I'll do a video about that one day, but at least these ads, in my opinion, are very PG rated, unlike the ones that I am hiding behind my picture. So, there's been a few that popped up that I am just ignoring just with like the amount of Marvel content that Marvel has no chill with their Google ads. It's just very I don't know like how their ads got approved, but whatever. Okay. So your password must include a month of the year. Like, are they talking about number? Okay, we'll just oh, what's an easy month? May? Yay! 3 letters here. Okay, so your password must include one of our sponsors. Oh, good for Starbucks trying to be all secure. I will have a venti latte with super secure password. Um, Starbucks. The Roman numeral in your password should multiply to 35. What is okay, I gotta do some like casual googling um over here, so please ignore this moment because I I don't even remember the last time I used a Roman numeral. Uh, and I think like let's see what we're on rule number 9. So you could just see the different levels of like quote unquote sophistication that we're having here. And I can't even imagine like this being an actual like GPO policy for a business. And it's like, you must include one of our sponsors, which is Pepsi, Starbucks, or Shell gas station. And, like, I could just see like a CEO being like, what? Or like, I'm a Coke person. I don't drink Pepsi. Like, ma'am or sir, sorry. Okay, so V is 5, so should multiply. Oh, I am a potato head. So 25, 30, 35. So that'd be V. How do you do 6? Is that VV1? And so I have to get rid of my 5s? Wait, the digits. Oh, I am a potato. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should add up to rule. I'm already struggling. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then at the very end, we'll get rid of the 1, which should be an I. So 5. Oh, this is how it's written it. So 5 times 5 is 25. But that's not. Okay, hold on. Roman numerals. But if we do 35, I don't know if it's gonna do like x times x times. I don't know. This is also me being super literal right now. So x x x v. Making sure I also don't have any other letters in the password that is potentially a numeral or a Roman numeral. Roman numerals and your password should multiply to 35. And yes, this is me Googling how to multiply Roman numerals because I do not know. So it would be whatever Roman numeral 5 is with 7. What's 7? VII? Is that right? Because I is that? Okay, so we'll try this again. VVII. Nope. This is what I mean by rage bait with this because, like, I don't know. It should be no. Oh, it's taking M in. Is M even a Roman numeral? Okay. What is M? I'm learning so many things tonight. Specifically, Roman numerals up to the number 35. Things I never knew I needed in my life, but tonight. Oh my gosh. Apparently, M is 1,000. So I can't use May. God, no. So I can't use any month that starts with M. So June, Starbucks, June, period. Oh my gosh, not CAPTCHA. I am terrible at CAPTCHA. So there is there is a I would say underground dark web black market job called CAPTCHA Farmers. And this is me being on like a super random fun fact tyrant tonight. But CAPTCHA Farmers, these are people that literally get paid pennies by the per captcha that they solve. And so what will happen is these groups of threat actors and scammers, they'll come together, essentially unite and have a team, and they will hire out different parties and services with their scam. And I did a podcast episode for this for Defenders and Lab Coats for last Christmas holiday season. And back in the day, there was this toy called Fingerlings. And if you ever look it up, it's such a creepy toy. It still exists. I don't understand the fascination. Maybe it's like the imagination of having a robotic pet. I don't know. I personally would not buy it as a parent. But these scammers would create different bot servers and they would go out and they would mass buy all of these fingerlings. And so fast forward, when like the new console started coming out with like the PS5 and the new Xbox One or whatever it was around that time, these threat actors would run into captcha blocks. And that's why we have captcha on a lot of our e-commerce websites like Amazon or even Wish, or the list just goes on, because it prevents bots and scalpers from purchasing large quantities of specific items that are potentially in high demand, where they can take it and sell it on eBay for a higher price. Now, I this is where capture farmers come in play, because threat actors or scalper groups, they would create different bot services, which is I call them zombie computers. They have one task to fulfill, and maybe it's scraping a e-commerce website for specific items or products. And part of the scalper group or service that they sell is capture farmer. So there's people literally spending hours, whatever, hands on keyboard, typing out captcha passwords. And I'm telling you what, like the qualifications to be a captcha farmer is insane. And it's not a achievement unlocked. It should not be anything, because it is highly illegal, especially in the States. It's a federal offense. And yeah, and it's just not worth it. Like, you're gonna have better, in my opinion, spending the weekend door dashing food and getting better pay than what these captcha farmers are doing. And no judgment for people trying to make money, but there's a lot of better ethical ways that are not against the law to make money. And so CAPTCHA can be very sophisticated and stuff like that. A lot of e-commerce websites, you might notice, are moving away from CAPTCHA and actually doing facial recognition. And in my opinion, that opens up a whole other door of opportunities with data privacy and data regulations with biometrics. So anyways, long story short, I am terrible at CAPTCHA. So 6P7GX. And I know, and this is what's annoying, I know they put the X in here because X is a Roman numeral. And so now I'm going to have to figure out how to do this without the X. I wonder if I can just like refresh it. Oh, look, this one's a lot more less numerally, if that's even a word. Okay, yay. Your password must include today's Wordle answer. What's Wordle? What's a Wordle? What is a Wordle, Google? This is a game? This is a thing? It's like the New York Times crossword. It's a New York Times crossword puzzle. what is this is like so fun. Um what is the Wordle today? To guess a 5-letter word. Apparently there's been over 1,000 of these. Why? Why is this a thing? I guess like everyone has their thing, you know. I like to play chess and Sudoku in my free time, and I guess people like to solve words. I'm not a wordy person. Obviously, I used the word numerally like 30 seconds ago. So, the game Wordle is not for me at all. I do not play Scrabble. That's another thing. Basically any yeah, just it's not mine. Oh, this looks like a very complicated game that I'm not gonna play, and I'm just gonna casually ask Google what the answer is. It starts with the P. Thank you. I feel like there should be a Reddit thread for this. Oh, it's prank. Okay. I don't think Okay, so to say, I don't think the word prank has any. I don't think the word prank has any numerals in it. See, I probably just offended half of the people that are like Scrabble fans out there. Sorry, not sorry. I'm here for numbers, not words. Don't look at my password. Your password must include the current phase of the moon as an emoji. Uh, I like what? Why is this so like could you imagine allowing like and I am sure like this is probably a GPO setting in a Windows computer because Windows started supporting emojis in the Windows logs, I believe in probably around 20 Oh man, I'm definitely going to get this wrong. If I was to guess, I would definitely bet that Windows started supporting emojis in their logs in around 2020. I would assume around COVID era, that is when someone working for Microsoft was like, yes, I am going to support the poop emoji for passwords in Windows. And bro, what? Way to poop on my password, I guess. Okay, so someone asked how often should someone change their password, asking for a friend. And this goes back to my early conversation about usability and security. Obviously, we don't want passwords to be less secure compared to passwords being incredibly complex and very hard to remember, and people resort to writing them down. I always go by the 90-day rule. In my opinion, if you have baseline, I believe industry standard right now is 18 character length passwords, 16 to 18 character length. And this includes upper and lowercase numbers and a special explanation point, special character things, whatever specialness of the password. And you can probably bypass that 90-day rotation. I always tell people, regardless of how often they should rotate their password, to always enable multi-factor authentication. And that's just that additional layer of security. I see so many breaches and forums that talk about people who get breached on X or have been breached on LinkedIn, or oh no, their TikToks are now hacked. And it's not the fact that a threat actor went into these applications to actually get their username or password, or if a threat actor hacked X. No, it's because that user most likely reused that password on all of these different platforms, and a threat actor is able to successfully get in these platforms because the user never changed the password, But the key thing is the user also never enabled multi-factor authentication. So I always like to say use MFA. It's almost like a insurance policy for people and their accounts, especially those out there with bad habits reusing all of their passwords. I know you. I'm definitely not that person. I am. But it's for things I really don't care about. I just like to have the free Bed Bath and Beyond coupons. Well, I used to. Now it's just sad. Okay. So your password must include the current phase of the moon as an emoji. What is moon, Google? What is the moon phase? A waning gibbous? Why does astronomy sound so like fringe? Okay, what does that look like? What is a gibbous? Gibbous. Yeah. I need this in an emoji. Okay, so it looks like a little bit more than a half moon. So if you ever use a Windows computer and you're like, oh, how do I access the emoji keyboard? Well, lucky for you, since Windows supports emojis now, it is the keyboard shortcut of Windows key period. And this lovely emoji keyboard will pop up before you. And so I'm just gonna type, maybe if I type waning, oh my, it's right there. I'm so glad that it supports the actual phases of the moon and I don't have to type moon phase and guess which one it is. So it is this one right now. Okay. Your password must include the name of this country? What? Oh, it's so pretty. It's definitely something in Europe. I'm going to guess Rome. It looks like Rome. Nope. Greece. Judge me. Rome is definitely not a country. Okay, it's not Greece. I wonder. I need like a building or a sign. Okay, fun fact about me. I in high school, I never took or like world geography or anything like that. The most extent, and I came from pretty rural, small town, country town, Midwest, and so my qualifications for like anything geographical was the 50 states. And that was because we had to take a government test around your like junior or senior year of high school to like qualify by the state to graduate. And that was the extent of pretty much my knowledge of any history. I struggle with history. It's been a thing. And so now like in my adult life, I definitely this Vegas. But yeah, in my adult life, I've definitely started reading a little more history, and I definitely wish I did it more younger. Okay, I just need a street or a building. Maybe it is Italy. Nope, not Italy, not Greece. And I wish I had coordinates too. Just gonna put United States for fun. No, not United States. Okay, we'll try Spain. Not Spain. What is that? What is that word? Why is the view? It is trash can. Okay. I feel like they purposely like put this here to throw people off. Like it's not I don't know. Is that a flag? What is that? What type of flag is that? I am absolutely looking up red and green flags right now. Not Algeria. Not Spain. I doubt it's Bulgaria, but we'll put it in. Maybe Hungary? Nope. I doubt this is Iran. It wasn't Italy. Be way too easy. Not Lebanon. Not maybe Madagascar? Doesn't look like Madagascar. And the nope. Hope not, because then I'm gonna have to. Well, I guess that makes sense because it can't be any country that starts with an M. Is it Mexico? Okay, making sure. So it can't be any country that starts with an M because M in Roman numerals is 1,000. So it's a country whose flag is red and green that doesn't have the letter M in it. I'm looking up a copious amount, a unhealthy amount of red and green flags right now. Maybe Portugal? No, no. Okay. So there's I wonder if I can just reversed. I wonder if I could just reverse search this. No? Okay. Okay, so oh my gosh, I Is it that's why I like doing the live streams because, like, I feel like it's fun for people to actually see I would say, like, the authentic side of the internet, like, not everything comes easy to everyone. Oh, there was a flag. Where did it go? Was it that flag? Wherefore out our flag? Ugh, it's a gorgeous country, though. I would definitely visit here. Ocean's really fun too. There's a lot of different fun, like, they call it capture the flags, and you go through and you guess like the area and you get like the flag, and the different types of flags have different points, and it's just really fun. It helps you navigate it, that's what's called OSINT, as an open source intelligence. Yeah, because that is Arabic. Arabic. Yes, sorry. So that would be that should be Palestine. I wonder I wonder if I just broke it. Like, I'm not crazy, right? It's like, "Oh, that's fine." I'm just gonna get rid of this and see if it takes this. Nope. I wonder so it takes that. I feel like if it takes like, if this website takes the wordly of the day, it should, like, because I'm thinking like, "Oh, well, maybe it's the year this or, like, this specific picture was taken for with Google Maps, and so that potentially reflects, like, maybe this was considered a different territory, or maybe the state, like, had a different abbreviations, and it doesn't really seem to be that case. Yeah, because that is definitely their flag. Like, oh no, I thought I broke Google Maps. Yeah, I I don't know. But we did just hit a 35-minute stream. Yeah, I tried Israel. Israel didn't work. I did hit a 35-minute stream, so I'm just gonna assume that the password game doesn't want me to win, and I'm right because I said so. If you guys disagree with me, feel free to put it in the comments. But I don't know, just kind of even. Oh, look at the tour group. They look so happy. It looks very hot there. Like, see, look at the flags over here too. Man, this is gonna trigger me. Like 1000%. Like that is the flag. That is the flag. And this game triggers me. Like I said, it is definition of rage bait. So apparently, whatever. So I appreciate you guys sitting through with me on my live stream and watching me struggle with geographical locations and pronunciations and spellings. I did not major in any of that or have zero background, so I do apologize for all of those mispronunciations. But I hope you all did learn something new, and I hope you all at least learned some insight to passwords and password security. If you are curious, no, I would not make this my password. It does not have enough emojis for my taste. I wonder if I can just put the flag emoji in here. Okay, apparently the Windows emoji keyboard doesn't support all of the flag emojis like iOS and Android. So awkward. Anyways, you all have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for joining me in the lab.